Hello students, how are you all? Welcome to Science Online class. And today we are going to continue acid, bases and salts. And I am Amita from Good Samaritan School. So, last class you studied about types of indicators. They are natural indicators and synthetic indicators, isn't it? And you studied about naturally occurring indicator. They are turmeric, litmus, China rose petals. So this activity you all have done very well, but let us all revise. So turmeric is an indicator and we have to take turmeric powder, water and some paper and we have to apply on the paper. You can see we have to make turmeric paste by taking turmeric powder, adding in the water, and we will also take detergent powder and we will add with water and make detergent solution. And turmeric powder is applied on the piece of paper and now it looks yellow. So how we have to do the activity? You have the piece of paper and the detergent solution and the turmeric paste. So you are going to take detergent solution with the help of bud. You dip the bud in the detergent solution and try to draw something interesting, or you write whatever you want to write. So what is the color here? So it is in red color. So turmeric gives red color with the basic solution. What is the basic solution over here? So this is detergent powder, a detergent solution, or you can take soap solution also. So now you can see you have got the result like this. So it appears red in color, and if you take lemon solution and if you try to apply on the piece of paper, so the letters become invisible. So this is called color changing invisible ink. So this you can do with the lemon solution, that is acidic substance, and it happens because detergent solution is base and lemon solution is acid. Both of them they react and they come into contact and neutralization reaction happens. So we are going to see what a neutralization reaction in further slides. So how do we prepare China rose indicator? So we have to take China rose petals and put them in warm water and China rose indicator is ready. Now we have to test with acidic solution and with the basic solution. With acidic solution it gives dark pink color or magenta color, and with basic solution it gives green color. Isn't it interesting? So if you go outside, so right now you cannot go outside, but if you have China rose at your home, you can easily prepare this indicator and do the activity at home. Now what is acid rain? Okay, so acid rain contains certain acids and they are nitric acid, carbonic acid and sulfuric acid. So as you can see, there are a lot of pollutants in the atmosphere, and these pollutants when they react with rain they form certain acids. For example, here we have nitrogen dioxide, and nitrogen dioxide when it reacts with water, that is rain, it forms nitric acid, HNO3. So you need not remember the formula. In 8th standard you will be studying about formulas. So you just write or remember the names of the acidic or acid rain or different types of acids. Now in the sulfuric acid, how it is formed? So the pollutant is sulfur dioxide, and then when it reacts with water it forms H2SO4, that is sulfuric acid. Now carbonic acid, you all see that in atmosphere carbon dioxide is present. So when it rains, so there is water, and when it reacts with water it forms carbonic acids. So most of the time the water contains carbonic acid because in atmosphere carbon dioxide is always present. So now you can see the process of acid rain. Here the pollutants like sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxides and carbon dioxide, they are present in the atmosphere, and how they are emitted by factories, and humans are also responsible for the emission of these pollutants. And when the rain comes, then what happens? The rainwater comes into the contact with these pollutants and it forms acid rain. So what are the harmful effects of acid rain? As you can see here, you all must have visited Taj Mahal, and it looks very beautiful, magnificent, with white marble. But now what is happening? So the Taj Mahal is turning or becoming yellow in color. This is because of acid rain. So the harmful effects of acid rain, that it corrodes monuments and buildings, and it also affects the plants. Okay, and acid rain also damages soil, and microbes which are present in the soil, they are not able to tolerate the low pH, that means the acidic soil, and the upper fertile layer of the soil is also damaged because of acid rain. Now, what is neutralization reaction? So neutralization reaction, it involves the reaction of acid and base, and it forms salt and water. So we will be studying the example in detail. What are the daily life examples of neutralization reaction? So the gastric acid present in our acid, when we have excess acid, it is neutralized by certain antacids like digoxin. Okay, and formic acid of red ant bite is neutralized by rubbing moist baking soda or boric powder. And when soil becomes acidic, it is treated with base to neutralize. So what is reaction between acids and bases? So when the acid and base, they react with each other, so what will happen? Both the properties will be destroyed by each other. So that is why we say it as neutralization, because it is neither acidic nor basic. Both the characteristic properties will be destroyed. Here you can see acid, base, they react together and they form certain salt and they form water, and also heat is evolved. So if you touch the test tube, it becomes little hot. Okay, so we have one example over here, hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide. So what is the formula for hydrochloric acid? HCl. And what is the formula for sodium hydroxide? It is NaOH, and it forms water and it forms sodium chloride, that is NaCl, that is a salt, and heat is also evolved in this reaction. Now, how we are going to do this activity or this experiment? For this we need special type of indicator which is present in laboratory, that is called phenolphthalein. So this is acid base indicator. This is not natural indicator. This is actually synthetic indicator. So what do we do in neutralization reaction? So as I told you, we take acid and base. With the acid and base, we are also taking the phenolphthalein indicator. So you take a test tube and you add hydrochloric acid. After that, you are going to add phenolphthalein indicator, which is not written here. So I am telling you, you have to add hydrochloric acid and then you have to add phenolphthalein indicator, some drops of phenolphthalein, and then you are going to add sodium hydroxide drop by drop, so that you will see certain color change, and this reaction is called as neutralization reaction. And what it will be formed? Sodium chloride, that is salt, will be formed, and also water will be formed. So what is the indicator used over here? The indicator used over here is phenolphthalein. Now I will tell you how the color change take place. Okay, so when you take acid, that is hydrochloric acid, you add little amount of indicator, that is phenolphthalein, and after that you mix it, so by the time it is acidic solution. Now from a dropper you are going to add NaOH, that is a base, that is sodium hydroxide, drop by drop. So when you put sodium hydroxide, that is base, drop by drop, so you can see the color change. The exact color change is also seen when you do the experiment. So it is pink in color, isn't it? But the pink color, it will not appear suddenly, so it takes time, and after dropping or putting, base drop by drop, after some time you will see brilliant pink color change over here, isn't it? So this is because acid, that is hydrochloric acid, plus base, that is NaOH, sodium hydroxide, reacts, and what is the indicator used over here? Phenolphthalein. Okay, so this is called neutralization reaction. Now, what are the applications of neutralization? So, some applications are, some uses in the daily life are, when we have acidity, it gives relief, okay, and when we have pain because of ant bite, it also reduces the pain by applying certain kinds of materials. And when the soil pH is lowered or when it is high, so by neutralization reaction we can maintain the soil pH. Many times the factory release contaminated water and they are generally acidic, which are harmful for the aquatic life. So what we are going to do in neutralization reaction, by the use of neutralization reaction, we treat the factory wastewater before discharging to the rivers for protection of aquatic life. Now, what is antacid? What is antacid? So you all must have suffered from stomach acidity, isn't it? So antacid is a base, and in stomach there is excess acid present there. So what it will do, when you take base, that is antacid, it will neutralize the effect of excessive acids. So what is the example for the base which we take for stomach acidity? That is digoxin. You all must have taken. So this is base, and when you have stomach acidity, so acid plus base, when they come in contact, the neutralization reaction happens and you get relief by a stomach acidity. Now, which acid is present in the ant stink and how to get relief from it? So you see, red ant bites or any ant, they release formic acid, that is acidic substance. So what we are going to take for neutralizing it? So we will take base. Okay, so what is the base we can use for neutralizing? This is called baking soda. Okay, and when you apply baking soda, it reduces the ant bite pain. Now, how we can maintain soil pH? When the soil is acidic, so we have to add base, that is lime treatment is done so that the soil is neutralized. So here lime is applied over here, and when the soil is basic, we have to add acidic substances, like we can use organic components, or we can use compost which releases acidic substances in the soil, and it will neutralize the effect of basicity, and also it can treat acidity of the soil. Now you all must have seen that industrial wastewater is comes out from industries and factories, and these wastewater, when they are discharged into the river, it harms the aquatic life. Okay, so what do? We treat the factory release contaminated water which is acidic before discharging to the rivers, because we want to protect the aquatic life. So how it is done? So you can see the water is so dirty, so contaminated, full of different kind of metals, harmful things. So these are called untreated effluent. Okay, influent. So what do? We take acid, and because this is acidic substance, so water is acidic, and we add base, that is caustic or something. We can add the basic substances, and we mix it, and then we check with the pH controller so that we can see whether it is more acidic or more basic. That particular water is treated effluent, and now it is ready to discharge the contaminated water or the treated water into rivers. We can discharge them into rivers, and now it will not harm the aquatic life. So these are the examples of neutralization reaction in everyday life. Thank you, students. Have a good day.